what's good, y'all? It's your girl Rainy here. Thanks for tuning into the Shadow Subconscious Truth. And this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I'm shuffling the cards right now, and I just want to thank you for tuning in. And this reading may or may not resonate. And this, because this is a general reading, but this is also for people 18 and older, over, because they have this copper look going around. So I'm just gonna make that clear. This is for 18 and over. This is a general read, so let's get right to it. So this is you right here. There's some type of ending here. You can even be overthinking something obsessively, where you can't think no more. You're gonna have to release it, or you know, it's time to surrender whatever the situation you're in, because it only caused heartache and pain for you. It could be like some type of transformation too. There's definitely an ending of a cycle. Okay, so this is the issue for some of y'all. I'm gonna read this for who those who are some of y'all are needing to, a situation you was in, you are now discovering your self-worth. You are now breaking free of those insecurities, and you now are realizing your self-worth, the beauty within you, trusting yourself, and becoming one with yourself, and having respect for yourself, and being able to be an individual, you know, knowing that you can do bad all by your damn self. So, you know, in your conscious position, you have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is your intuition. Again, trusting yourself, being receptive. Also, your deep emotions. So, you know, whatever situation you went into or was in, where you have to surrender these swords, you know, there could have been some type of emotional imbalance. You know, whatever situation you was in, you may have been lacking. That's why you had to that's why you had to learn about your self-worth, and take your power back. But whatever was in the shadow is now come to the light. You know, this is the earth energy. This is your internal energy. So it could have been emotions you were holding on to, and that's why you dealt with this person or place or thing. You know, it could have been cycles of you doing this, whatever it was, and it sent you to this needing to surrender, so you can learn about your self-worth, and trusting yourself, and find the beauty within yourself, and learn to overcome these things, and be more, have autonomy, and be, and you know, independent. You know, because this is a very passive energy. You know, it's a very passive energy. I felt like you was more in your darkness, if anything, but now things are becoming, you getting more into your light, because you do have the Queen of Swords and your subconscious mind. So this is somebody who is seeing through the bullshit. You know what I mean? Cutting off anything that don't serve her. You know, she's very decisive. She's been through a lot, you know, but she still remains open, and you know, she's very open to anything new, but at the same time, she doesn't take shit. She has this sword. If she see whatever doesn't fit her, she's cutting it off. I feel like this is your inner energy, and I don't know, maybe, you know, this passive energy was weighing you down. These emotions were weighing you down, but it's like you need to, you know, your subconscious mind, you need to bring out this Queen of Swords energy. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to cut shit off that no longer serve you, because to me, the High Priestess may be a little fearful of that because of her emotional neediness when it's in its shadow. But when it's enlightened, it may think and calculate what it needs to do, what you need to do next, because your intuition is about divine timing. So whatever this situation is about divine timing, and you trusting into your intuition and using discernment. Even with the Nine of Pentacles, that's about using discernment. But when limited you was not listening to your intuition. You were allowing fear to cloud your judgment. You was your emotions was clouding your judgment. Again, with the High Priestess, okay? Those were your shadow emotions. That was that emotional neediness. That's what put you in that situation of the Ten of Swords. This is what put you in the situation of the Ten of Swords, because you were avoiding the situation. You were letting your emotions cloud your judgment. You wasn't listening to your intuition. You was conflicted. You was a stalemate. You knew you probably shouldn't have gotten that situation, but you wanted to pretend that like things weren't happening. You weren't aware. You weren't tapped into your intuition. You wasn't trusting and believing yourself. And that's what the issue is. You need to trust in yourself, see yourself worth, see things for what it is, because this is dealing with practicality. This is, you see this. This is something earthly. As far as this and your conscious position, this is something external. This is something hidden. This is a secret. The unknown. So, maybe you're afraid of stepping into the unknown. Feeling your emotions, also trusting in your emotions, and whatever situation you got into, you didn't trust your emotion, you didn't trust your intuition, but it's time to see things clearly, and cut off whatever doesn't serve you, and surrender these swords that's in your back. Whatever's got you nervous, causing you anxiety, whatever betrayal you in, it's time to release that. And wow, the outcome, the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is rebirth. It's healing. It's letting all these emotions. That is dealing with the High Priestess. To me, the High Priestess is about being receptive. So these two cards is telling you, like, be receptive. Allow yourself to feel these emotions so you can surrender to it by releasing this trauma, releasing this pain. And again, you weren't. The limitation was you wasn't trusting in your intuition. You were avoiding feeling your feelings, or you were allowing it to cloud your judgment. And this is like, all of that shit is going to come up. So you can release this pain. It's healing. So if a lot of y'all are going through healing, a lot of y'all are going through, you're starting to need to trust your intuition, start new, allow healing to come in. It could be a new soulmate, or just even somebody that's could help you heal from this situation. This is your heart chakra. Allowing those emotions to come up so you can feel what you need to feel to release this pain, release this guilt, release this trauma, so this can work in your favor as far as you tapping into your own energy, where you could trust in yourself, use discernment, be more independent, and step into your power, and even gain the material, healthy way, you know what I mean? Know your worth, know your self-worth, basically. So, that's what I'm seeing for the Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Is about healing, not, tapping into those emotions and trusting and being attached to your emotional body instead of being detached. That could also have been the Queen of Swords, because she could be very cold and detached, and you needed to be more trusting into your intuition, because to me, upright, this is your third eye, seeing clearly and seeing through the fog and seeing through the confusion and using discernment. But reverse is more like you're cold stone, you're callous, and you're not tapping into your intuition, you're not listening to your intuition. It's more like you're a bitch, you're a cold bitch, You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you coming out of that energy and tapping more into a more healthy energy and trusting in yourself and seeing your self-worth and overcoming these obstacles and healing and allowing cleansing to, you know, of the heart chakra. No longer being cold, you know, or attaching to people like that. But this time using discernment and stuff like that. So this is what I'm seeing for the Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus people. Let me know if it resonates. Peace.